We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think.
But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Back to throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Coming up on 2nd and 7. And now here's a carry heading left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
They go play action here on 1st down. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he will reach reached the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond as you just noted.
And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And it's a Titans touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest...
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 46 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try to run with ETN. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
Here we go.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll run here on third and goal. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Titans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. First down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's McLaughlin. And they're going to have this all the way down deep into Tennessee territory. It's a big play for the Jaguars.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
A very important third down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up first and goal.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. He'll try again, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great effort there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A handoff as they run the counter play. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper. Complete. Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Titans are going to take the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will not get there as the try for 2 is unsuccessful. And they will remain down by a point. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll come out throwing here on first. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They'll set up a throw. And he's got his big tight end here. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker.
Under pressure, they got him again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. They're going to try and run. And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded inside the 5. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. They'll get this off to ETN. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll make this a 2nd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second and 4. Oh, into a
a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And, Charles, they trail here, though not really the fault of this offense.
No, they certainly.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback. That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And all the way down to the 27. A big play there on the catch and run. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
Back to throw under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 5 there as the safety blitz winds up paying off.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Titans are within a 2-point conversion of tying this game. Now the Titans leaving the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he returns this to the 22. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now a play fake here on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
These two teams, they met earlier in the year in Jacksonville with the Jags coming out on top. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series.
On second down now. Trent, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. Now loose football. The ball comes out. It's picked up by the Titans.
And that, Charles, you'd have to think a pretty avoidable mistake.
You're exactly right about that, partner, because it all comes down to covering up the football. Look, turnovers are going to happen. They're inevitable. But in a tie game in the third quarter, those turnovers can change the tide of the ball game. And now it's up to their defense to try and bail them out. Got to take care of the rock.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Hands it off out of the gun.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're going to look to throw. That's caught once again by Gallup. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. That was a pretty good job by the defense, I thought, right? I mean, they had to go to their check down, but still were able to get it done for the first.
Agreed. Anytime you can force him to come back to a receiver that's a little bit shorter in the route, you've done your job on defense, but still, they pick up the first down and get a fresh set.
Huge 4th down conversion. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And his kick is indeed good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
He'll look to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. And they'll run on the inside handoff. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now it's 2nd and 9. A handoff as they run the counter play. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. From 17 yards out. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. 2nd and 1. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 36, and his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly. And what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That ball caught by Slayton. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big connection on that one. 31 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there. 36 yards. And the Titans are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. That's complete to John Ross. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let it fly. A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jags have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So the Jags will keep the offense out there as they'll decide to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Cooper on the return. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Room to run past midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 137 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he's got this down to the 35. This defense, Charles, they have unraveled here in the 4th.
In a sense, it's like they're being pressed, like in a basketball game, and they just can't get the ball over half court. I mean, no matter what they do, they can't get off the field. They can't slow them down. They're just going up and down the field against them. Yeah, unraveling would be a perfect word for them.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. That one looks like he'll throw here. And here's a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll get another home date next week as the Saints will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they go down to defeat for just the second time in 11 games so far.